Microsoft's predictive keyboard comes to iPhones. Yik Yak adds private chat, a big funding round for a $10,000 smartphone, and more. It's Monday, April 25th, and this is Crunch Report. Microsoft's WordFlow app was designed for Windows phones, but it's now live for iPhone users, at least in the United States. The app allows smartphone users to type faster, both by predicting what you want to type and by giving you the ability to swipe to type, which I'm pretty terrible at, but hey, maybe it works for you. Anyway, even though WordFlow was created by Microsoft's Experimental Projects division, this is an area where the company has been making serious investments, especially with the $250 million acquisition of keyboard company SwiftKey, whose technology was supposed to be integrated into WordFlow and other Microsoft products. Remember Yik Yak? The anonymous social app exploded onto college campuses, but TechCrunch's Josh Constine recently reported that growth has stagnated, with a number of high-level team members departing. The app itself has been changing too, with the introduction of user handles and now private chat. Users can request to chat with other users based on their handles or in response to one of their messages. These features could potentially make Yik Yak a more useful communication tool as the novelty of anonymous posting wears off. There have been a lot of stories about smartphone security and privacy in the news recently. If you're worried about these issues, a startup called Sirin Labs has raised a $72 million round to build a phone that's supposed to combine military-grade security with the smartphone features that regular consumers want. These phones won't be cheap, but the prices could go down over time. Co-founder Moshe Hogeg said, "It won't be the most expensive phone in the world. We are in the neighborhood of 10 to 15K per phone. Tesla is a good example for us. They started with high-priced cars, but today their car prices are much lower." The company also says it will reveal more details about what you get for that 10K when the product launches later this year. When you think of NASA, you probably think of space, obviously, but the agency is also responsible for the experimental X-planes, including the X-15, which was the fastest and highest-flying aircraft in the 1950s. NASA just announced a new 10-year initiative called New Aviation's Horizons. It's supposed to create a new lineup of X-planes with greener energy that use half the fuel and are half as loud as commercial aircraft. The agency isn't doing this on its own, but rather offering government funding to private companies to make it more affordable to do research and development. The first contract was awarded to Lockheed Martin in February for the design of a quieter supersonic passenger jet. A list containing hundreds of Spotify account credentials has appeared online at the website Pastebin in what appears to be a security breach. Spotify, however, says it has not been hacked, and it says its user records are secure. So what's going on? Well, it's possible that this is a list of previously compromised accounts that's still circulating. On the other hand, TechCrunch's Sarah Perez reached out to some of the listed users, and they confirmed that their accounts were compromised only a few days ago. For example, one said he found tracks on his saved songs list that he hadn't added. Now, that's annoying, but the real risk is that your Spotify password might be shared publicly, and maybe that's also your password on another site. So if you've noticed weird behavior on your Spotify account, you should probably check this out. One more thing. TechCrunch Disrupt New York is coming up, so hurry and get your tickets. Seriously, it's really soon, May 9th to 11th. The event will take place in Brooklyn with a lineup of speakers including Jessica Alba, Carmelo Anthony, Erica Baker, Fred Wilson, and Soledad O'Brien, plus our startup Battlefield. And no big deal, but I'll be there too. That's the report for today. I'm Anthony Ha. Crunch Report airs every weekday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on TechCrunch.com. You can also find us on iTunes and on YouTube. We'll see you tomorrow.